Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here with yet another requested riff for a 4-string cigar box guitar. It's Smooth by Rob Thomas, and we're tuned to open G. This is a G string, A string tuned down to G, a D string tuned normal to D, a G string tuned normal to G, always tune your G string normal, and your B string tuned normal to B. Low G, D, high G, and B. This is just the main riff of this particular song. It's real easy. What we're going to be doing here is play 3 chords. It's an A minor, it's an F, and an E. So here's your A minor. I like to use my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. But most people who play guitar use their 1st, 2nd, and 3rd on this particular one. Either one is fine. So I've got my 1st finger on 1-1, and my 3rd finger is going to be on 2-2, and my 2nd finger is on 3-2. Now, that low G string right there doesn't really fit for that chord. So you can use your thumb on that one. So you can either play the top 3 strings for your A minor. 1st finger again is on 1-1, and your 3rd finger is on 2-2, and your 2nd finger is on 3-2. Just add your thumb. That way you don't have to avoid that 4th string. If you play this particular A minor, 3 fingers, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, you cannot play that one because it's not in the chord. But you can wrap your thumb around and get that note right there. So what we're going to be doing here is playing a sort of a funky rhythm, and we're going to be playing just these 3 chords. This is just the main riff of the song. So what we're doing is playing that A minor with the G string, which brings it up to an A. So that's an A note. I've got my thumb wrapped around the back to get that note. Super easy on a skinny 3 or 4 string. But of course you can't play this chord on a 3 string. Alright, so that's your 1st chord. Your next chord is super easy. 1 finger, you're going to bar all the way across with your 3rd finger. That's going to be on the 10th fret. And then you can either use your next finger to move down 1 fret, play that same chord all the way across. Or you can just take that 3rd finger and slide it down. I'm using my thumb to wrap around the back so I can get a little bit of pressure on it. So I'm only using 1 finger for the actual chord. Looks like it's kind of fancy, but it's not. Just my 3rd finger and move it down. So now what I like to do is use my thumb around the top here. It's comfortable, and I'm pressing down with that 3rd string for that bar chord. So there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either mute that 4th string when you play the A chord, mute it with your thumb, so you just have the 3 strings. Or you might as well go ahead and press it down with your thumb, because your thumb's right there anyway, right? So either way is fine. Now for the rhythm. So I'm choking this chord, which means I'm killing it when I'm done with it. So that means all you got to do is loosen your grip on the strings to kill it. Same thing with this one. I'm killing this F, and I'm getting kind of syncopated or funky with that E. So F. Now both of these can suffice as a minor chord. Sounds just great for F minor and E minor, or F and E. So that's it. So how would you count this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4/4. Now I'm choking this, and I'm lifting my fingers off the, or my strings off the fretboard. So I'm kind of loosening the grip on my fingers to kill it. Right here. If you look real close, I'm lifting my finger up, but not off the fretboard to kill it. And this one, of course, if you use your thumb, you're killing all 4. All you're doing is loosening your grip, but you're not taking your fingers off the strings. So that kills it. Now here's a cool thing about this particular key. This is a G chord, right? Because we're tuned to G. So that's your that's your G chord, which is free. So I can throw that open G in there. It's in the key that we're in, that chord is. So here's a slow version of that. What that does is it gives you just a little bit of extra insurance to get that extra strum in there. It also gives you an option to play that open chord in between, so you can jump up here. See? Another one. So that's an G chord, full-fledged official G chord. So take advantage of it. That's the cool thing about these cigar box guitars. You can also do the same thing, by the way, on the 6-string guitar, because your middle, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string are a G chord. Now that you don't have to do that. It just gives you more options to kind of make it funky. Okay, so how would we play a solo here, Jag? This is in the key of A minor, so we're going to be playing the A minor pentatonic scale. So first finger is going to be on 1/5, and your pinky is going to be 3 frets up. Now we're going to go 3-1, so it's pinky first for that first string. So I'm going to be on this 5th fret with my first finger, 5th fret with my 5th finger, and I'm going to be using my pinky 3 frets above that. So that's going to be your 8th fret. And your next note is going to be here on the 7th fret, 3rd finger, and then your first finger. Same thing on that one. So that is your A minor scale. So now what was all that? All I'm doing is playing a little bit of an improvisational thing here when I get to that last chord. And there's a couple ways you can do this here. This is your good old-fashioned pentatonic right here. So fills in those tiny little holes, so it sounds like two people playing, right? Sounds like one guy doing the rhythm, one guy doing the lead. So that's a cool little riff to play, and you can kind of experiment with your fingers and move around to different scales and so forth, but it gives you an option to play some licks in between the chords. And I remember when I was learning how to play guitar, I'd be sitting there playing a riff over and over and over, and my dad would say, "Why do you keep on playing those chords over and over, just the same riff over and over?" I didn't know how to add any licks to it, right? It was just the riff, which is fine, but over time I learned how to do that. And in this case, here's your lick. It really fills out the sound. So have fun with that. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really appreciate all those requests coming in. I'm getting about 5 or 6 a day. I've got a big long list to go through, so bear with me. I'll get to all those requests at one point or another. Please check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one since 2004. I also have a brand new website, bluesboyjag.com. So we'll see you next time.